Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do a video about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. Do I want this palette? Yes. The color story speaks to me? Yes. I have already seen a couple of videos of people doing looks on this palette, receiving it in PR. I do not plan on purchasing it, although when I first looked at it, I definitely had feelings for it, and I did almost want to pick it up. However, I really wanted to sit down with my collection and really see if it is something that would actually add diversity to what I already own, and upon review, I don't think it would add much diversity to my collection. So ultimately, I've decided that instead I would essentially have like a little makeup exercise and try to come up with the palette myself using whatever's in my collection. I picked out several palettes that I already have. Some of them have more dupes than others, but overall I feel like I was able to achieve a lot of looks that other people would probably attempt to do. For instance, today I did a kind of like half cut crease using the shades that I felt kind of mimicked the palette. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Is it annoying to scramble for a crap ton of palettes? Yeah, I would say it is, but I'm not someone who's going to be traveling with my makeup or anything like that. I'm not going to stress over what palette to pick or the perfect palette. If I want a palette, I'm just going to grab one and go. But there was a couple palettes here that had more colors than others, so if I really wanted to achieve like similar looks, I could just grab two of these and then I'd have something really close to the Riviera palette. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the shades that I picked out to dupe, and then I will show you some swatches and two looks, including the one that I'm wearing today. Unfortunately, the format for both of the looks are kind of different, so you're just going to have to deal with it, I guess. Sorry, I'm getting used to it again.
Okay, the first shade will be duping Sales. It is a matte white. I am duping it with MT010. You can use literally any white shade that you have, and this one's from Zoeva's Matte Spectrum. Next is Yacht, a shimmery bronze color. I am duping this shade with Kofi from the Afrique palette from Juvia's Place. Next is Seychelles. It's a shimmery teal color. I'm duping it with Arctic Waters from the Paleo palette by Clionadh Cosmetics. Next is Palermo. The next shade is Palermo, a shimmery red shade. I'm duping this color with Fifi from the Afrique palette by Juvia's Place. Next is Seaside, a shimmery lavender color. This one was a little bit harder to dupe, but I decided that Candied Violets from the Afternoon Tea collection by Geek, Chic Cosmetics was the closest. Next is Inheritance, a shimmery gold color. I'm duping this with Sundial from the Archeo palette by Clionadh Cosmetics. Next is Mediterranean, a shimmery blue color. I'm duping this shade with Necromancer from the Witch vs. Alchemy collection by Clionadh Cosmetics. Next is Estate, a matte peach. I'm duping this with Apricot Flower from the Creme de Couture palette by Sigma Beauty. Next is Cabana, a matte mustard. Duping this with Pangea from Paleo palette by Clionadh Cosmetics. Coastline, a matte papaya. Duping this with Zakiya from the Magic Mini palette by Juvia's Place. Bahamas is a matte pink. I'm duping this with a more of a fuchsia color that's kind of hot pink. This is Baby Talk, a Super Shock pigment from ColourPop. Monte Carlo, a matte coral. I'm duping this with Monolith from the Archeo palette by Clionadh Cosmetics. Cans, a matte purple from the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. And finally, Palm, just a deep matte brown. You can use just about any matte brown, but I just chose the brown from the Jewel Pop palette by e.l.f. Cosmetics.